Washington County braces for the return of Ironman. Iron County makes a $1 million contribution to Cedar City's Diamond Z Arena. And Art Around the Corner brings a 12-foot scrap metal dragon to St. George.
You're watching St. George News at 5.
Good afternoon, I'm Amy Bennett. The 2024 Intermountain Health Ironman 70.3 North American Championship returns to Washington County the first weekend of May with thousands of professional and amateur athletes and many of the road closures and traffic impacts that come with the event. For more on this story, here's Maury Kessler.
The 2024 Ironman 70.3 North American Championship returns to St. George on Saturday, May 4th, with its thousands of athletes and spectators and many road closures and traffic advisories. While the event has increased in athletes and watchers over the years, the traffic impacts and advisories remain much the same. While it would be easy to say it's business as usual, St. George Police Officer Tiffany Mitchell says that motorists still need to be mindful of runners and cyclists along the roadside training for the event and plan ahead so they don't get frustrated by road closures and detours on race day.
There's a lot of signage out there. There's going to be so be aware of that. If you want to know ahead of time, Greater Zion will have the links to the maps for that. And then just be cautious when you're out and about. Anytime we're going to have bikers, cyclists, because we're an active community, but realizing that we're going to have more right now is important, and just to be on the lookout for them. Slow down. If you see them, give them the ample space, at least 3 feet. Realize that going around curves and corners that they could be there, and realize that it's not local. It's not just St. George. Washington's involved, Hurricane's involved, Sand Hollow is involved, and realizing that they could be training anywhere in the county. So just to realize that it's coming, and a few weeks out go, okay, yeah, we're gonna have more people out on the road. I gotta be more aware. We've all been through this before, and we know the benefits of having this event. We're grateful that we get chosen to have that here, and so it's just another year. I would just say that if you're unclear of what road closures are going to affect you, to go to Greater Zion and look at those maps and figure it out ahead of time so that you're not frustrated.
The Greater Zion interactive map features specific information on road closures and detours and when to expect them on race day.
Thanks, Maury. The Cedar City Council approved an agreement and will receive a grant of up to $1 million to expand the indoor city-owned Diamond Z Arena. Here's Alicia Lundgren with the story.
Iron County has forged an agreement with Cedar City and is contributing up to $1 million toward the expansion of the Diamond Z Arena, an indoor facility at the Cross Hollow arenas. The funds will be distributed across 3 years and will allow the city to construct a 105 by 230 foot expansion of the arena, which will include a warm-up arena and a meeting room.
Thanks, Alicia. On Thursday morning, Southern Utah University officials broke ground on a new 44,000 square foot music center building. Here's Jeff Richards with the story.
Southern Utah University officials broke ground on a new music center on Thursday. Speakers included Shauna Mendini, Dean of the College of Performing and Visual Arts.
Coveted location creates an art corridor along University Boulevard with performance venues across the street for the Utah Shakespeare Festival, SU's theater arts and dance programs, visual art experiences just across the diagonal in the Southern Utah Museum of Art. And now we have music to complete this corridor.
Also speaking was SUU President Mindy Benson, who said, "We are not just building a structure, we are building a home for creativity, a sanctuary for inspiration, and a beacon of hope for generations to come." The 44,000 square foot facility is scheduled to be completed in June of 2026.
Thanks, Jeff. A long line of Utah Tech students gathered along the sidewalks of the Institute of Religion on Thursday night to eat free food and celebrate the grand opening of the outdoor pavilion, now settled next to the Institute building. Here's Eric Gould with more on this.
Several hundred students at Utah Tech were treated to a picnic at the new outdoor pavilion and beach volleyball courts on campus Thursday night. The Utah Tech Institute of Religion hosted the event. The pavilion was relocated from its old home on campus to its new home right next to the Institute, alongside the new volleyball courts.
Thanks, Eric. Now we'll head over to Aaron Crane for this week's sports update.
Thanks, Amy. The baseball game between Snow Canyon and Dixie last Tuesday night was a thrilling matchup between the top two teams in Region 9. Snow Canyon came from behind to beat the Flyers 4-2, winning the Region 9 championship with one game remaining in the regular season. The Detroit Lions are making the former Desert Hills star the highest paid offensive lineman in the NFL. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the 23-year-old Penei Sewell signed a 4-year, $112 million extension with the Lions that will pay him an average $28 million a year. Now back to you, Amy.
Thanks, Aaron. This year's Art Around the Corner event is an adventure waiting to be explored, from fish with sharp teeth to a 12-foot scrap metal dragon. Here's Jesse Bang with the story.
Art Around the Corner launched its 20th year by installing 37 new sculptures in historic Town Square and Main Street, with additional pieces placed at the St. George Regional Hospital. Included in the art displays is a 12-foot-tall dragon by Devin Farley titled Off to Work, which is made up of various tools, cheese graters, and other metal items. His 14-year-old son, Breck, created a 4-foot-tall ant made of license plates titled Strength, which is also on display at Town Square Park. Morgan Clement's piece, Angels Among Us, features a solar panel that allows the art piece to be illuminated at night.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. I'm Amy Bennett with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5.